Healthy and delicious? Hard to find in New Orleans, easy to find at Lebanon's Cafe. For the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, make it the Mediterranean diet on Carrollton at Jeanette. Lebanon's Cafe.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
I'm playing the bass. Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. Instead of this program, it's Night Court. Night Court rerun, supposedly. That's the gimmick. That's what they're telling me from upstairs. Night Court rerun. Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. A wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Thanks for joining us. Gorgeous day outside in New Orleans. Absolutely gorgeous day. Really nice. Lower, I don't want to say lower than normal humidity. I mean, we're in mid-September. So sometimes we're going to get this kind of weather. Still a few weeks out from, that summertime stuff. Well, we got, 2 seasons in New Orleans, summer and not summer? A few more weeks and the summer will be behind us and we'll be in the not summer season. But we're getting a little taste of the not summer season right now. Low humidity, temps in the 80s. Just feels nice outside. You get outside, do stuff, and not just start sweating profusely right away. It's kind of nice. Yeah, you right. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Thanks so much for joining us. Corey Johnson with you all the way till 6 o'clock on the radio. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. Learn it, love it, live it. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. Make it one of your presets. That signal's about to get a little bit better, too, for some of you folks where you're kind of on the margins of getting that signal in at a high quality level. 2 big hours, 4 to 6 o'clock. We're on YouTube. We got on YouTube a few months ago. Check us out on our YouTube channel, Corey Johnson Neutral Ground. If you go to our website, CoreyTalks.com, you can link up to our YouTube channel. Click to subscribe. It don't cost nothing. It doesn't cost anything. Click to subscribe on our YouTube channel. We're also on at 4 o'clock in New Orleans on New Orleans' own 107.9 FM, 107.9 FM. 600 AM is a sneaky little powerful AM signal. That's all I can tell you. 600 AM, the AM side of the dial. I hear you. Corey, I haven't been to the AM side of the dial since the Carter administration. I hear you. Just letting you know. Some cars today don't have AM in the vehicle. Well, AM, this car doesn't have AM. Seriously, some vehicles, there is no AM band on new vehicles. But you folks that still have it, maybe a black and white television, rotary dial phones. Maybe the milkman's delivering milk tomorrow. Physical paper. Anyway, 600 AM, sneaky little powerful AM signal from like Baton Rouge, the capital city, Tiger Town, Red Stick, to Pensacola, Florida, the panhandle of Florida. That means South Alabama, South Mississippi, all up and down the I-10, I-12 North Shore corridor. 600 AM. We have this talk radio program on your television set. That's right. Inside the house, at the office. If you subscribe to Cox Television anywhere in Louisiana, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, major Cox Television subscribers, number one in those markets, Cox TV. Cox Television subscribers in those three big cities in Louisiana, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, outlying areas. We're there. Anywhere in Louisiana where Cox Television is, I'm there. Cox Channel 4, weekdays at 4, 90 minutes, 4 to 5:30, all over Louisiana. Same deal with you Charter Television subscribers. Spectrum Channel 333. Spectrum Channel 333. That's like Slidell, Covington, Mandeville, Cheyenne Country. So good, Cheyenne. Yummy. Hammond, Strawberry Country. Houma, Thibodaux, Opelousas, Cajun Country. Spectrum Channel 333. So radio, television, YouTube, live streaming, CoreyTalks.com. Yeah, you right. Wide Open Wednesday. A lot to discuss on this Wide Open Wednesday. The 4 o'clock hour brought to you by Fury's Restaurant in Metairie. Even when I'm talking about, a client, an advertiser, someone that wants to be a part of this program, likes the audience that we deliver and how you react to the best, high quality stuff, the best at what they do, the elite, the premier. Corey's talking about it. It's going to be very good to great. My reputation's on the line. And Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, open till 9 p.m., is so good. John and Manny Fury, the brothers, I'm not saying they're even thinking about closing, but I can tell you what, I thought about this the other day when I was in there enjoying gumbo, onion rings. I talk the talk, I walk the walk. Onion rings, gumbo, trout almondine, absolutely incredible. I was just thinking, I'm like, John and Manny are a little older than me. Maybe around 60-ish, a little over 60. They're going to do this when they're 90? I don't know, maybe. Maybe Fury's is around for, another almost 40 years now, like 39 years. I think they're past the halfway point, the midway point. No, it's special. It's old school New Orleans. You can taste it in the gumbo, and then just using local fresh seafood. They're like, why would I use anything else? Slowly but surely over, I don't know, the last couple of decades, the folks started introducing shrimp from Taiwan or shrimp from China or crawfish from China or South America, or frozen seafood from Alabama or Florida, from out of state, out of the country. Frozen, not fresh. It just slowly but surely started getting accepted. Folks are like, man, my gumbo's so rich. If that crab meat's pasteurized from China, you don't know the difference, do you? That kind of thing. You won't know. I got that big sauce on it. You won't know the difference if it's speckled trout or tilapia. Oh, yeah, we will. Fury's plays no games. It's sort of, I don't want to say a lost art, but that's the onion rings, a lost art, made fresh from scratch when you order. So good, old school. No, but I think most places I know most places, it's not even close. The vast majority, probably like 90% plus, maybe more. 96, 97% of all seafood places, there's something they're cutting corners on, something that's frozen. Hey, man, if we don't do it, you won't have that dish. Something that is from out of state, out of the country. Seafood that's not fresh and local. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie really experienced that difference from maybe the local place you're going to right now. They're open till 9 p.m. tonight. You can't go wrong with Fury's in Metairie. I rarely mention, and it's crazy that I don't need to do it more, the specials every day, New Orleans specials, red beans and rice, pork chops, white beans, all kind of good stuff. Fury's restaurant in Metairie, open till 9, 4 o'clock hour, brought to you by Fury's. Saturday, Downtown magazine like at Notre Dame, a truck and trailer like a big Ford F-150, the dual cab. Trucks are crazy these days. I mean, that truck, the dual cab, I don't know if it was a dually axle. I could go look at the video and tell you in a second. I'm just thinking about it right now. I just remember a nice Ford truck. Could have been a nice Chevy truck or a nice Dodge truck or Toyota, whatever. That Ford truck, I mean, it could be $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 truck. And then this guy just looked like a hard-working, self-made guy. Fox 8 has the story. Made his trailer himself, like welded the trailer himself, it sounds like. Made his own trailer. Has a lot of pride. Picking up, I guess, big drums. Recycling. I think they were those big blue plastic drums, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, a truck and trailer jacking, just brazen, Saturday, late afternoon, downtown on Magazine, downtown in the CBD, caught on camera, just beyond brazen. Crazy New Orleans. Car, truck, and trailer jacking. Wow. Coming right back.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore and Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
This is what Drew Brees thinks about Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Actually, Brees doesn't think at all about Super Discount Store, but they do have the lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law for beer, alcohol, and wine. Super Discount Store in Chalmette. Super Discount Store!
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms, with high-definition night vision surveillance systems, letting you see what's going on. Home surveillance that's smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool socks. NolaAC.com, your cool socks.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about fresh local fish like flounder, snapper, and speckled trout, fried, broiled, or grilled. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Yeah, you, right. The sounds of New Orleans. It makes sense. Corey Johnson with you. Wide Open Wednesday edition of the program. It is a New Orleans-based radio talk show. Been doing that for a while. And then about 10, 12, 15 years ago, hey, we'll simulcast on television. Cox Channel 4 TV all over Louisiana. Spectrum Channel 333 television all over Louisiana. Yeah, thanks for finding us. Oh so fine 93.9 FM. Thanks for finding us on the radio. 93.9 FM. Learn it, live it, love it. Lock it in. Make it one of your presets. 4 o'clock weekdays. New Orleans' own 107.9 FM. 107.9 FM. Hey, and spread the word about YouTube. Click and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Send out a little email blast a little bit before 4 o'clock, right when we crank things up, or right at 4. Hey, Corey's live. Go check out the program. Tells you what I'm talking about, who I've got on. I'm not interested in that. Oh, that sounds interesting. I also like YouTube, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, the old podcast gimmick. Check out yesterday's action. Rafael Goyeneche on yesterday's program, breaking it down like it was nobody's business, and a lot to break down. Like the benefits package that was introduced last week, that proposed package for NOPD. This redeployment, Fausto Picardo and his crew, this 10-day analysis that was thrown out there. Deploying or redeploying 200 plus cops to the streets, the street patrol. Just significant, at least attempted changes. 9-page summary, 50 recommendations. You know, Rafael Goyeneche broke that down yesterday on the program. Hillier and Hennigan last week. A couple of weeks ago, Belden Batiste and Eileen Carter, the folks that got the recall effort going. NoLatoya.org. You can check out that website, find out where you can signing events coming up in the next few days, especially on weekends. Before Sunday's Saints home game, there'll be signing stations outside the dome for NoLatoya.org. NoLatoya.org. You know, I had those folks on the program. You can check out that interview. And last week, a big week with Ed Michel, the IG. We'll get him on in a few more weeks when some more reports are released. No, it's about exposing things that should be exposed. It's like the sheriff and the mayor. We're running on transparency and openness, and everything will be there for you to see. And it's like the opposite. It's the typical political joke. Running for office, everything you want to hear. When in office, the opposite. No, the IG's brilliant. Thank God for the IG. Black, white, Republican, or Democrat, New Orleanians, corrupt, broken city should be embracing this. And this guy's good. He's a pit bull, Ed Michel. Great reports exposing. I mean, hey, New Orleans is broken. It's corrupt. It's inept. Yeah, we all know that. But what's that do? It doesn't change anything. We need the specifics. We need to know exactly what's going down. And that's exactly what the IG and Ed Michel do. One brick at a time, one step at a time, one department, one audit, one investigation at a time. You can check that out on YouTube or Anchor, iTunes, Spotify. I love the YouTube channel with that. And then last week, the DA, Jason Williams, joined us on the program. Also, the police chief, Sean Ferguson, NOPD Chief Sean Ferguson was on the show. Where else do you get that? And where else do you get that with me asking the questions? So like, oh man, Corey's just attacking, but Corey's not doing the opposite, asking questions, getting an answer that's weak or I think I tweeted something the other day about the mayor just responding with spaghetti and meatballs, scissors that are sharp work better than scissors that are dull. I like walks on the beach. Did that answer your question about the travel? Nope. What? She's just, out in left field on those answers. Illogical, bringing her daughter into it, black female safety. You wouldn't understand. She's not capable of understanding. Only the mayor gets it, and that's why she has to fly first class. Now there's this new anxiety thing. How did you get to Orlando on Southwest, Coach, for the rocket launch that got postponed? You were there for Saturday. It was nonstop each way, which is fine. Southwest, that's the way to go. Hopefully it was like a $39 ticket. But Southwest is all coach. There's no first class or any special treatment on Southwest unless you flew up in the cockpit. Otherwise, you sit with the sheep, with the peons, just with the, regular folks, regular black and white folks, just regular New Orleanians, the trash. You have to sit with them on the Southwest flight, Coach. How'd you pull that off with the anxiety? I mean, it's always something new. Mayor, the bringing up your daughter and the black female thing in safety, not really working. It's illogical. It doesn't make any sense. It's, if anything, it's making some real black pioneering women that broke barriers kind of upset, and you're belittling what they accomplished, trying to hook your wagon on something real that they did with your fake nonsense. So we got to spin it another way. How about anxiety? How about we'll make it a medical issue? Has nothing to do with corona or terrorism or whatever that safety line we threw out there was supposed to mean. And of course, it has nothing at all to do with, your daughter or being a black female and walking in shoes and all of that. So we'll go with anxiety. You want to go with that? I mean, that we probably should have gone with that in the first place. Anyway, I think that's the latest and greatest from the mayor, anxiety. Corey Johnson with you on a Wide Open Wednesday. The mayor's got that Ray Nagin disease sort of on a few levels. Likes the free meals on the city dime. Loves the junket. We know that. First class, even more brazen and ridiculous than Ray Nagin. I think of Ray Nagin's helicopter flight in Hawaii. I don't really remember that. No, going to Hawaii would be easily forgettable. It'd be like going to Harvey or Gretna or New Orleans East or Gentilly or Uptown or something. Just forgot. I don't remember being Uptown. I don't remember going to Harvey. Easy to forget going to Hawaii. Everyone can relate to that. Anyone can relate to, not remembering a helicopter ride because we've all been on so many helicopter rides. They're just easily forgettable. And then the big waterfall. Who hasn't flown in a helicopter by the waterfall in Hawaii? I mean, easy to forget those things. I don't remember any of that. But if you say so, you wonder why Ray Nagin went to jail. Now, the mayor's got that with the credit cards and the trips, just very brazen. But the Carjack City thing, I mean, that's sort of, a Cantrell legacy item. That Hard Rock Hotel collapse. Think about that that condo in Miami that collapsed and all the bodies in that. I can't even use her voice, my horrible fake LaToya voice on this because it's so devastating. But that Hard Rock Hotel collapse, I mean, no bodies in the building. How long are you going to let that thing just sit there? month after month, quarter after quarter. It was like a year. Folks driving on the I-10, calling in the program. Man, I'm not from here. I work from Mississippi. I come in here about once every 3 months. That building's still there, an eyesore from the I-10. It's embarrassing. But there were 2 deceased construction workers' bodies in that building. New Orleanians, their families here. It's just ridiculous. Covering it up with a tarp. How did Miami get that building cleared out and all the bodies out so quickly? Why can't we do that in New Orleans? I'm lost. What's the problem here? No, the problem is LaToya Cantrell and the apathy in New Orleans where it's sort of accepted. Isn't that right? Is that it? That's how it is? No, just accept a lot. That's one of her legacy items. Carjack City. The incredible, New Orleans is Carjack City. It's Carjack City. It's carjacking with dogs in the car. It's carjacking with kids in the car. It's carjacking ambulance. It's carjack 2 times an ambulance. Carjacking an RTA bus. Just got to laugh. Carjacking. The woman is a carjacker. A woman carjacks. There's another, the mom and 2 kids in the car. The kids jump out. The mom falls out and the carjacker lady runs over the woman. Runs over her legs out in New Orleans East. And then just the terrible carjacking incident. Miss Fricky gets dragged to death. Just brutal. No, Carjack City. That's a Cantrell legacy item. Saturday on Magazine, add to the carjacking, dog jacking, kids in the car, dog in the car, carjacking an ambulance, not once but twice, carjacking an RTA bus. You can't make this stuff up. Carjacking an RTA bus. Yeah, I was going to go by my friends, honk the horn out front, have them all jump in. We're going to make a big party bus for a while. Now, I was going to charge them $1.25 when they got on board. Oh, boy. Anyway, on Magazine, a truck and trailer carjacking, just brazen Saturday afternoon, late daylight. Just obnoxious. Some New Orleans jokers. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Corey Johnson with you. Yeah, you right.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms is now hiring service and installation technicians. Great benefits, great pay, take-home vehicle. Apply today. Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Kanye West was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef? Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Wow. 84 degrees, feels like 84 degrees. And when there is an amazingly low 38% humidity right now. I don't know. I guess it's like a bag of ice that says, lasts longer. Melts slower. Really? This ice lasts longer than the other ice or melts slower? How? How's that possible? If it's 85 degrees, I guess it can't feel lower than that, right? But it feels lower than 85, if that makes any sense, because the humidity is so low. But I guess because the humidity is so low, that's why 85 feels like 85. Like it's at, hey, Corey, can't feel lower than the temperature. It does. By golly, it does. Or maybe we're just so used to that heat and humidity, we think 85 is 75 right now, because that's what it sort of feels like, especially in the shade. The shade with the little breeze right now is absolutely fantastic. You got a little favorite spot as you're winding down the day? Near work, at work, around work, at home, ideally, in or around the house. Go plop in a hammock or some nice chairs or whatever and do it outside and you're in the shade. It's perfect right now. It really is. You can actually do a little movement outside in the shade and not just break out in a sweat where, all right, shower time. So gorgeous weather for a few days straight now. Some fall-ish like weather. And another great thing, we're in mid-September already. We're about 3-4 weeks away from summer being in the rearview mirror. Feels like summer, our 2 seasons, summer and non-summer. And we'll be in the non-summer gimmick for the next 5 months plus. So that's nice. Yeah, you right. Wide Open Wednesday. Corey Johnson with you on a gorgeous day. Yeah, the mayor keeping the brand out there. Like Nagin, what was it? Some like shooting or crime spree and national news, and Nagin spun like, hey man, keeping that New Orleans brand out there. I remember Buddy D once told me, Corey, it doesn't matter if they're talking good or talking bad about you, just as long as they're talking about you. It's a little different on a talk radio show. Boy, I like Corey's show. Boy, Corey drives me nuts. As long as you're checking it out, that's good. New Orleans is like the murder capital, or I don't think that's the message. Hey, no, we benefit from that too. Someone was sitting there going, man, where do I want to go on vacation? Miami or New York? Man, I saw an ad that said New Orleans is the murder capital. I wasn't even thinking about New Orleans until that popped up. How about New Orleans? What about the murder capital thing? Come on, dude, that's an incidental. But the New Orleans thing, you want to go to New Orleans on vacation? I don't think that's how that works. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that's how that concept works. Keeping the brand out there. Boy, speaking about the brand, and there's a commercial now, Donnie Rouse talking about it, and why not? But I've been talking about it a while. These Rouse's labeled items, because I've been trying them. I've been doing, I had some Colavita olive oil. I'm going to have to ask Donnie Rouse. Well, come on, tell me, where's the source of the Italian olive oil? But then Donnie would be like, which one? Just regular Italian olive oil or the extra virgin? And if I said extra virgin, he'd say, which one of the three that we're offering right now? 3 different levels of extra virgin olive oil. They've got a couple where it's not stamped when it's expired. It's stamped when it was pressed, like 6 weeks ago, a couple of months ago. It's crazy. Really high quality stuff. Rouse's labeled stuff. I use the olive oil as an example. It's all kind of different items. Too many food items to name. And they're smart. They package it in similar packaging to the kind of high-end item you like. And it's that quality at like half the price. I did a taste test with the Colavita, and I couldn't tell the difference. GQ emailing us, Corey at CoreyTalks.com. You can do that anytime you like. Corey at CoreyTalks.com. He said the hardwood charcoal Rouse is very good. He's a, what is that, GQ? Can't even read it. Got to expand the screen. Oh, Komodo Joe, ceramic user. I got you. Nice. I like emails. GQ emailing us about his Komodo Joe ceramic grill and the Rouse's labeled lump charcoal. Yeah, those ceramic, the big green egg Komodo Joe Primo grills, like that, the ceramic grills. You use that lump hardwood charcoal. I use that sometimes on my Weber when I want higher heat. And also those ceramic grills, those charcoal, easy to lower and raise the temperature, less ash, natural. I use Kingsford on my Weber. Knock out one grilling, I'm out of there. I'll use the other ones when I want higher heat or if I need some extended grilling time, something like that. But anyway, a favorite for the ceramic users. And yeah, they've got the Kingsford lump, and they've got, or the briquette, I should say, and they've got the natural lump for the ceramic grill users like GQ on the North Shore with his Komodo Joe grill. No, I love the Rouse's labeled products because they're high quality. They're basically finding a product that they love, approaching that company. Hey, can you do it? And Rouse's label and no middleman. It's coming right to us. We are the middleman. We're selling it. And it's fantastic stuff. I'm stuck on their olive oil. You think I would, seriously, me, you think I would skimp on the olive oil? I was telling you about Colavita. Now, there's more expensive stuff. There's super rare labeled stuff. There's stuff you can get online. There's stuff you can find at specialty stores that's 3, 4, 5, 10 times the price of Colavita. And I guess it's better and it tastes better. And I'd like some of that if someone wants to give me some of that. But I can't afford that stuff. And 99% of the population can't. A lot of folks aren't going to buy up to the Colavita type level. So that's me. I like kind of high quality stuff. You think I'm going to skip on that and go, yeah, the Rouse's is it tastes a little less, but it's half the price. I mean, no, it tastes a little less, then I'm not using it. Tastes at least as good, if not better. These ones that are with this pressing label on them when they were produced, I'm like, that's out of control. You don't find that anywhere. Rouse's has it. The Rouse's labeled stuff is pretty impressive. Check it out. GQ, thank you for the email. Corey at CoreyTalks.com. Thomas emailed us last week. I shouldn't say last week, earlier this week, Monday, actually, talking about a legitimate concern. I thought it was a great email, and no one's talking about it. It's going to come up, though, because I mentioned it on Monday. I'm mentioning it today. Someone in the media is going to pick up on it. When you have a good idea, Thomas, a good idea, thought, other people are thinking the same thing. Others are like Thomas, proactively getting it out there. So it's going to catch on because it's legit. There's a Saints game Sunday at the Dome. First Saints home game. It's a big one. It's going to be total sellout. I think the new sellout number is 68.5, somewhere around there. Not 73,000, about 4,000 less than before, with dome renovations and the like going on. And then you're going to have immense tailgating going on in and around the dome, outside the dome. So thousands more there. Could have like 100,000 folks in and around the dome on Sunday. Huge, huge game. And no, you have this homeless problem in New Orleans. These homeless encampments growing in several locations. They're on the Pontchartrain Expressway, Calliope, right there by Baronne, Carondelet, Loyola, right where MLK hits Calliope, kind of heading towards the West Bank Expressway, but, on the ground. They are on under the elevated I-10 on Claiborne's at like Canal Street. Hard to revitalize Canal Street in between Claiborne's and the river when you have a homeless encampment at one end of it. And then, as Thomas was saying, you've got that kind of erector set gimmick. That's what I call it, that 50s era Claiborne Avenue overpass. There's a homeless encampment there that's growing, and that's like tailgating territory. So Thomas is right. Thomas's email is right on the money. Plus, I digress. The Dome is interesting. Since 1975, outside of like the heliport, which is for just some few folks, that Claiborne's side of the Superdome, that's almost like the service entry rear end of the dome. Neglected, not utilized, no stair entrance, no ramp entrance, just the wall with the rock circa 1975. Unchanged for 45 years, 45 plus years. No, nothing on that Claiborne side of the dome, and that erector set Claiborne overpass, needs to be eliminated. That swath of land that goes from like the backside of the dome, Claiborne, all the way through Galvez to it's basically Poydras, through Galvez all the way to Broad Street. That must be a more than half-mile swath. Could you imagine just a rolling linear park, festival and tailgate, kind of thought of with that concept in mind? That backside of the dome, the Claiborne side of the dome, it's like circa 1975 back there. Corey Johnson with you.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring.
Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockandalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all of the time.
Yeah, you're right, Ronnie. Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
You think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
Oh, one of the best Meters tunes, huh? How sweet is Art Neville on that Hammond organ, huh? It's crazy. I listen to like this Meters album. These cats are like early 20s. Barely out of their teens, I think. Coming up with this. Insane. Talent is talent. There's no way around it. It is easily seen. It's hard to fake. It is easily exposed when you're faking it. Folks know. Listen, watch, see. They know talent, and they know the folks that are just playing games. The jokers. I mean, this is way off topic. Pat Metheny, a jazz musician, this album, CD, American Garage. I think Pat Metheny was like 19. Lyle Mays was like 20, the keyboard player. You listen to that, you're like, how can these kids come up with this? How can kids come up with this? Just off the charts. That's way back late 70s type stuff. You kids. Corey Johnson with you on a wide open Wednesday. I was talking about the backside of the dome going in, and it ain't in the backside of the dome. I guess the service entrance to the dome is in between the dome and the arena. Not ideal for the dome and the arena. They'd probably like the service entrance somewhere else, but that's where it is. That's where the land was available to build the arena, and that's how that happened. But you almost feel as if the Claiborne side of the dome, that forgotten side of the dome, that's the service entry to the dome, because there's no ramps, there's no stairs, there's no egress, ingress, no in or out, no nothing. Just sort of the forgotten side of the dome. And it makes sense in a way because it's jammed up against Claiborne's, which is the Claiborne overpass, that erector set thing, I call it, Tinker Toy thing from the 50s. Back then, that thing was glorious. Today, it's just outdated. And could you imagine that swath of land? It's like a big triangular piece that essentially is, Poydras past the dome, through Galvez, all the way to Broad Street. That triangle, for most folks, if you want to get specific, like for what it was used for, something you might remember, they stored the tires and barricades for the New Orleans Grand Prix over there. It was like a mosquito haven for a while. Now it's just sort of overgrown land, a linear park there, rolling terrain, hills, set up for concert venues, some, maybe some little covered things for stages and the like, easy to hook up power and water and those types of things. A great tailgating area leading up to the dome, but you got to get rid of the Tinker Toy Claiborne's overpass right there. I've talked about this a lot on the program. There are lots of, mission statements, things that we talk about on the program that are important. It could be like rebuilding the coast, reimagining Bourbon Street, retention ponds, the litter problem, no cup of coffee law for politicians. I can go on and on and on. But one of them is like an interstate loop for New Orleans. We're one of the few cities in America that doesn't have one. I mean, Mobile, Alabama essentially has one. Baton Rouge needs one. Overdue. That second Mississippi River Bridge and an interstate loop. Baton Rouge would have explosive growth if they did that. Build it and they will come. No, living with yesteryear infrastructure in this city, in this state. Now, I've often talked, folks talk about it after I discussed it as not the idea they're thinking about, but the gravy, the lagniappe I always acknowledged. But folks lately, tear down the Claiborne I-10, elevated I-10 down Claiborne. And folks got to Metairie to go to New Orleans East and go get on I-610, which you can't do right now. Did have to make a connector, but then you're going way out west to go east. Or use surface roads and get on the I-610 like at Elysian Fields. Just crazy. No, the solution is modern. It's transformative. It's something we could be proud of. It would change the city for the better. It's like the new airport type of thing. Claiborne Avenue, I'm talking ground level Claiborne, where the elevated Claiborne exists. From, you want to say, Felicity, MLK, from MLK Boulevard all the way to St. Bernard Avenue, basically. On that stretch, which is probably about a 2-mile stretch, 2.5-mile stretch tops, down Claiborne, I would say half of the businesses on Claiborne down ground level, either just blight or an open lot. Now, you got to use your imagination a little bit, but think about if you're on the West Bank on Peters Road by the Harvey Tunnel. Look how high up the West Bank Expressway is. I mean, what is it? 8, 10, 12, 15 stories in the air? It's not 50, 60 feet. It's way up there. It's 3 lanes of traffic with a big shoulder way up in the air. And then the piles or the columns holding up that interstate type expressway on the West Bank, what are they, about a half a block apart? They're not 20 feet apart. They're like 100 yards apart at least, maybe more. And 6, 8, 10, 12 stories in the air. Another example, you're down by the convention center, the high occupancy vehicle lanes to go to the West Bank. Pilings that are about a half block apart, elevated roadway, 6, 8, 10 stories up in the air. That's what you build on the outside of the existing Claiborne. The big pilings, the columns would be on Claiborne property, on Claiborne proper. Maybe 2 or 3 each block. That's it. 2 or 3 each block. Going that entire 2.5 mile stretch from, say, Felicity to Elysian Fields. 3 lanes on one side, 3 lanes on the other, spiraling exits and entrances. Cut the ribbon on that bad boy and implode the existing elevated I-10 on Claiborne's, part of the interstate loop in Metro New Orleans. Corey, it's not Fantasy Friday. It's Wide Open Wednesday. Blue Boy, you're right.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port. Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarm. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us do you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Laitram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris
The
Road.
lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
Making your way in the world today takes
boy.
everything you've got.
Just getting this memo
Taking
from
a break
corporate.
from all
Yeah,
your
Corey, your
worries.
5 o'clock power hour on Wednesday will be preempted by reruns of
Wouldn't you
Cheers.
like to get
We had an arrangement with the folks that syndicated. It's going to be going from 5 to 6 on Wednesday. 2 30-minute Cheers episodes. Sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. I replied back, oh, yes, there is. How about we run the neutral ground with Corey Johnson? They said, what? And I said, Mr. Drew Brees, please. They said, who? I said, number 9. They said, who? I said, number 9 already. There he is. Thank you, Mr. Drew Brees. In retirement, La Jolla, San Diego. Thanks for joining us, Drew. Corey Johnson with you. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Got a lot coming your way. 5 o'clock power hour on this wide open Wednesday. Brought to you by Katie's in Mid-City. Boy, Scott Craig's got a lot going on. Legendary Katie's in Mid-City, the quintessential New Orleans restaurant, the perfect wind down the day spot. Get some appetizers, get some entrees, big portions, from pizzas to po' boy, great for sharing. Katie's, a Mid-City mainstay. Bienvenue is the Katie's of Harahan. You folks out there in Harahan, Elmwood, River Ridge, Old Jefferson by the river, Hickory Avenue right in the bend, in the curve, Bienvenue. A true Mid-City New Orleans Katie's flavor taste in Harahan. Yeah, the Katie's of Harahan, Bienvenue. And have you been to Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison, in between Canal Boulevard and West End, the old Charlie's Deli location? Scott Craig knows the history of the city, that neighborhood, that location. Old Charlie's Deli, very familiar with that. Yeah, they deliver about 15 specialty sandwiches to choose from, or build your own sandwich. Choose the bread, the meat, the dressing, the cheese, the extras, big 10-ounce burgers. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria in Lakeview. Bienvenue, the Katie's of Harahan. And, of course, Katie's in Mid-City. 5 o'clock power hour on this wide open Wednesday, brought to you by Katie's in Mid-City. Corey Johnson with you. Thanks so much for joining us. Carjack City, a Cantrell legacy piece. I'm LaToya Cantrell, And one of the items I always want you to remember me by, besides my junkets and extravagant spending at high-end restaurants on meals, because let me tell you something, folks. As a regular civilian, I'll never, ever do that again. You think I'm spending $18,600 on round-trip airfare to the French Riviera? Come on. Are you stupid? Who would pay for that? Who would pay $18,600 for round trip to the French Riviera? Unless they were going to save some multi-million-dollar deal. Oh, yeah, Junkie Cantrell, I forgot. One of my other legacy items, besides the Hard Rock collapse, leaving a couple of dead bodies in that building for 10-plus months, the building for a year. Why did Miami get that building with a lot more dead bodies in it cleared out a lot quicker, and we couldn't? I wonder why. Because we're New Orleans and I'm LaToya the Destroyer. Technology problems. Carjack City, another Cantrell legacy project. She's building on it. You know, I think about Miss Fricky, 73 years old, dragged to death, Bienville in Carrollton, by a couple of 15-year-olds. What was it? Two 15-year-old girls, a 16-year-old girl, and a just-turned 17-year-old boy. So 2 9th grade girls, a 10th grade girl, and an 11th grade boy. Couldn't get 73-year-old Miss Fricky out the car quick enough and dragged her to death, pulled one of her arms, severed one of her arms from her body, just a brutal death, just sickening, murdered her. To carjack the car and tool around and dump it somewhere else. This isn't carjacking going to New Orleans East in some chop shop out off Almonaster. This is just hey, man, got my rental car for a few hours. And maybe there's some other crimes we can commit while we have this one. No, I think about her when I think about Carjack City. But it's so pathetic. It's truly Carjack City, a Cantrell legacy. Saturday afternoon, late afternoon Saturday, Magazine Street, downtown Magazine. Businesses, people live there. There's activity, lots of cameras like the one that caught the crime. Nice big Ford, F-150 dually type truck or dual cab truck, big trailer. Truck and trailer jacking, just brazen, stealing the truck and the trailer. A couple of guys pull up in like an little SUV that they probably stole. One dude jumps out, jumps in the passenger side of the truck, crawls across, takes off. The other dude follows him. The poor business owner guy, you can watch the story on Fox 8's website. No, it's just sad. I mean, the guy's a champ. He's not crying. He's not complaining. Just matter of fact. I mean, the truck's like a $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, maybe more truck, literally. I'm not missing that one. That's right on the money. It's a nice truck. Folks that own trucks know what trucks cost. And then he talked about he made the trailer himself, welded that trailer himself. His recycling business, he was picking up some large drums, look like those big plastic blue drums. I don't know, construction site, something going on down there. So truck and trailer jacking. I mean, you see a big F-150 with the double doors, the 4-door truck with the big bed. And maybe it's, a little jacked up. This huge trailer full of these blue barrels and just taking off. It looks like in the video that the recycling company owner actually jumped on the trailer for a second and then jumped off wisely, because that idiot wasn't going to slow down, and his clown friend was following him, and who knows, the clown friend might pull up and shoot him or run him off and run him over. Thank God he jumped off. Carjack City, carjacking with a dog inside the car, carjacking with kids inside the car, carjacking not one but 2 ambulances. 2 ambulances get carjacked in New Orleans. An RTA bus gets carjacked. Hey, let's take the RTA bus for a carjacking fun ride. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Corey Johnson with you. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Yikes. This morning, Crowder inbound on I-10, a multi-car pileup fire, major delays. That commute's got to suck. I guess people are used to it. They know what to expect. You're coming in from the east. You're coming in from, Slidell, Diamond Head, Hancock County, Mississippi, an exurb of New Orleans. An exurb of New Orleans. So you got a lot of folks coming in, and I guess they know where you're slowing down. I guess around what? Crowder for sure, by that curve at Crowder. Maybe a little before, and you just kind of know how long it's going to take for you to get through that little curve, hook the turn, go up the high rise, and then come down on the other side. And then I guess at I-610, I-10, you get a little relief. Some folks are beelining out towards, Metairie, maybe Mid-City, New Orleans, that direction, Kennebra, and then other folks are going down the I-10, continuing into the city. No, it's just, I live in the city. I can't imagine. I'm surface road commute. I got an easy commute for me every day. A couple of stoplights, 7 minutes each way, 8 minutes each way. It's easy. No, I'm blessed. I'm lucky. Just ended up that way. I didn't seek out my house or where I work because of that. It just worked out that way. Got lucky. Done this a lot. Many locations where I've lived, many locations where I've worked. This just worked out well. But no, I feel for folks driving. But, folks drive in the left lane, driving with the hazard lights on, unconscious driver, belligerent driver. I'm going to speed up when you try to pass, slow down. I'm going to try to control the road. Hey, we're not going anywhere anyway. Leave a big gap. You can't go anywhere. They're right there. Then a quarter-mile gap's not acceptable. If everybody did that, I'd be back at the Superdome right now, Now, I feel for folks that make that commute from just out to Metairie to Kenner, and then the folks that have to continue on to LaPlace across the Twin Span. I feel for you. Folks going across the North Shore to, on a causeway. I feel for you. Folks going to the West Bank. Left lane is irrelevant on the Crescent City connection, the West Bank Expressway. Left lane means nothing. Going to drive with my hazards on with 4 mattresses, with my hand holding the box spring at the top, hoping those mattresses don't go anywhere. No, I feel for folks. Heading out to New Orleans East, Twin Span to Slidell. No, and then you have a traffic breakdown. Crazy. Hey, the SEC today directed Georgia and Tennessee to
Ford F-150,
chill out on some
number one
schedule.
seller
I'll tell you about
in
that.
America. What about in the USA? Let's see. What about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became number one for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris
The
Road.
lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockанdalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you. A wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Hey, when you got to paint in Metro New Orleans like I just did, painted my house, you want to do it once and never ever have to paint it again? Helm Paint and Decorating. New Orleanians that know Helm Paint and Decorating. 7 locations. Free 2-hour delivery anywhere in Metro New Orleans. Helm Paint and Decorating. Don't get fooled. I still hear these commercials. I still hear local radio talk show hosts. It's amazing. Pushing this, these cartoon name coatings, so-called coatings. I got news for you. It's not a coating. It's paint. It's elastomeric paint. You can get that rubberized, thick paint at Helm Paint and Decorating. A Benjamin Moore elastomeric, as good as it gets. But they're not going to recommend that. In about 99%, literally, of home applications, it is an overpriced, unnecessary product. Essentially, what these coating companies are, they're a home painting company with painting crews. And they came up with the coating gimmick and the elastomeric paint and the thick rubberized coating and act like it's better than paint and never paint your house again. And it's a gimmick. It's to get their painters working. It's a home painting company. That's it. And you want to know what it really is, in my opinion, clearly? A blatant ripoff. You're using a hyper-expensive, totally unnecessary product that, don't take my word for it, ask any professional house painter that you see. Any one you know, an arbitrary one you see working on the street, ask them what they think. Should you go with the coating company and an elastomeric paint on your house, or should you use like a Benjamin Moore product from Helm Paint and Decorating? No professional painter anywhere is going to tell you to go with the coating company. Maybe 1 out of 1,000. Literally, it's just a rare application. You want to know what that stuff's used for? Big box stores. These prefabricated concrete panels that they put in place and bolt into the steel structure, substructure, throw these big box stores up in, a month. They coat those, they spray those with an elastomeric rubberized paint to waterproof the concrete so the water and weather doesn't, erode the concrete. It's a rubberized elastomeric paint. I actually used some rubberized elastomeric paint a long time ago. I owned this house in the CBD that was over 100 years old, big, thick, red brick walls with the stucco on the outside. It needed to be waterproof. Do you use an elastomeric on something like that? I still wouldn't go with these coating companies because what elastomeric paint are they using anyway? So even for the rare application, you one out of a few hundred, one out of 1,000 that need an elastomeric product, use a Benjamin Moore product from Helm Paint and Decorating. Even in that case, you're going to get a lifetime guarantee, a product you know. No, the coating companies are a farce. And they're like, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 times the cost of doing it with Helm Paint and Decorating. No, a ripoff, unnecessary. I'm embarrassed for the local talk show hosts that hawk the product. I mean, I don't know. I'm lucky, I guess. Seriously. I've got a bunch of clients, a lot of advertisers. They're all New Orleans known, the best at what they do. They're all very good to excellent, striving to be the best. Most of them are. I can't think of anybody I talk about that isn't the best or is second, and they're getting close. Everything's as good as it gets. I'm fortunate. I turn down people that are like, Corey, I like your show. I like how you do live commercials. I want you to promote my New Orleans business. Sometimes I'm like, great, it's a good fit. I've known you for a while and I use your business. Other times it's like, man, I got to think how I'm going to tell this guy, let this guy down. I don't want to just go like, hey, dude, I've been to your restaurant before. I just don't really like it. I mean, I'm not going to tell somebody that. I'll just say, a lot of the time there is a conflict. Middle Eastern, I got it covered. Lebanon's Cafe. Italian, got it covered. Fausto's. Chinese, covered. Treyen. New Orleans seafood flavor. I got it covered in Fury's. New Orleans neighborhood restaurant, Po' Boy's Pizza, all kind of great New Orleans food. Got it covered with Katie's. I'm lucky. I've got like these, categories. The best at what they do. The best at what they do. Corey Johnson with you on a wide open Wednesday edition of the program. No, very fortunate. You, the audience, always there. Go to these clients, advertisers, just naturally. And Corey's right. May not agree with him politically or what he said today or what he said last week or whatever. But boy, he's right about these, clients, advertisers, the folks he's talking about. Helm Paint and Decorating is just another one, and you know it. Especially folks that have been around, native New Orleanians, official New Orleanians, been around decades, been around a long time. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. The Cantrell legacy. It's a lot of bad things. One of them, Carjack City. Just an explosive growth of carjackings, and obviously not a good thing. And all different ways, too, from carjacking cars, with dogs inside, with children inside, with people inside. Miss Fricky dragged to death. Just sick. Carjacking not one but 2 ambulances. One from University Hospital and one from Toro. Got to be absolutely nuts. Boy, ambulance is there, keys are in it, or it's running. I'm going to carjack the ambulance. Easy to navigate, easy to get down streets, easy to hide. I'll bring it to my cousin's garage. What are you doing? Bring it to my friend's shed? How do you top that? Not one, but 2 ambulances carjacked. How about an RTA bus? Sorry, officer. I got carried away. I was going to go to my friends, honk the horn. They were all going to laugh. We're going to jump on board the bus. We're going to crank up the stereo and have a good time. A little party bus. Was going to charge everyone and only give out 1 transfer each. Unbelievable. Carjack City. Part of the Cantrell legacy. Wow. Keep the brand out there. That Ray Nagin, C. Ray Nagin mentality. Seriously, the C. Ray Nagin mentality. She already has it in a lot of ways. Let me get as many free meals at high-end restaurants as I can because I can use the excuse maker, BS, say it's city business. Oh, I got to go on these junkets. I'm promoting the city. I'm going to go on these junkets. I'm going to go, and I'm flying first class. The latest is because of anxiety. Just keeps getting better and better. The BS isn't working, so got to come up with more BS that's more believable. You know, that the meals, the flights, the junkets, kind of the Ray Nagin method. But also, you remember when there was some kind of violent crime thing, maybe like a lot of murders or something, a violent crime spree, lots of murders, lots of shootings, made national news. And Ray Nagin's comments literally are, hey, man, keeping that New Orleans brand out there. And I said earlier, I mean, Buddy D once told me, Corey, it doesn't matter if they're talking good or talking bad about you, just as long as they're talking about you. He meant about talk radio, television, yeah, and he meant not everybody's going to agree with you. But as long as they're watching, they're not going to agree with you, but as long as they're checking you out. With Nagin and the Destroyer, my God, it's just brazen, overt. And when you have a lame duck mayor now, 3+ years until, you know, unless this recall works, just doesn't care. But taking that Ray Nagin mentality and like Nagin with the murders and the, you know, keeping the brand out there, she has that same mentality. The trips, the junkets, keeping that New Orleans brand out there. The carjackings, the latest Saturday afternoon on Magazine. There's video now. It's been circulating on social media. Fox News website has it. I think it's Fox 8 Live, the New Orleans station on Doc Francis Parkway. They have video. They have the story. Saturday, late afternoon on Magazine Street, downtown, like Magazine at Notre Dame, downtown New Orleans. Big truck, like I said, big truck, like a big F-150 double, you know, cab, maybe even extended bed, maybe slightly jacked up, a big truck pulling a large trailer as big as the truck on a, you know, kind of narrow CBD street. Two cats in some little black SUV pull up. One guy jumps out. I think the driver of the SUV. He slips into the passenger side of the truck, slides over to the steering wheel, the driver's side. The SUV passenger slides over to the driver's side. The truck and trailer takes off, and they follow and go and carjack the truck and trailer. Unbelievable. Carjack the truck and trailer. Carjack City, just another one for LaToya, the Destroyer Cantrell, part of her legacy here in New Orleans. Like the Hard Rock Hotel collapse. You know, lots of things. That's beyond tragic. You think about that Miami condo collapse, how many bodies were in there, how quickly the building was cleared, how quickly the bodies were removed. And LaToya, the excuse maker, nothing worse than folks that just make excuses. I got a friend acquaintance that all he does, doesn't even know he's doing it. Just everything is anytime you ask me anything, there's this added thing to it. It's like, I just roll my eyes now. It just gets ridiculous. Makes you not want to talk to him. No, LaToya Cantrell, the excuse maker. Junket Cantrell. Coming right back.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
At Home Paint and Decorating, our paints are in it for the long haul. In fact, our top Benjamin Moore exterior paints come with a lifetime warranty. Not 25 years, not 50 years, we mean forever. You heard right. At Helm Paint, our top exterior paints have a lifetime warranty against chipping, peeling, and flaking. They also are mildew resistant. Imagine painting your home one time and being done with it. Visit any one of our locations today and make that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. Paint that has a lifetime warranty. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about the freshest local seafood anywhere. Shrimp, oysters, speckled trout, flounder, snapper, soft shells, crawfish. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
River City's keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With high-definition night vision surveillance systems, letting you see what's going on. Home surveillance that's smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
$257 days into this year, 2022, 257 days, 208 murders. 208 murders. Carjackings, north of 211, we know that. 580 people shot. 580 people shot by a firearm, by a gun, in Orleans Parish in the first 257 days of the year. That's an average of 2 people shot a day. Little better than that. It's a little better than that. It's about every 10 hours someone's shot in New Orleans? Is that about what it is? About every 10 hours someone is shot in Orleans Parish. A human being is shot with a firearm every 10 hours in Orleans Parish. That is absolutely beyond unacceptable. It's crazy. It's insane. Plus, every 4 out of 5 days, there's a murder or carjacking. 4 out of 5. Just 1 out of 5 days, there isn't a murder or carjacking. 4 out of 5 days, 80% of the time in New Orleans, there's going to be a murder or carjacking that day. Should say or, a murder and carjacking that day. 80% of the time, every 4 out of 5 days in Orleans Parish, expect a murder and expect a carjacking. 4 out of 5 days. And every 10 hours, 24/7, 365 right now, every 10 hours on average, expect someone to be shot That is crazy. That's third worldish. Insane statistics. Hey, Young's Dry Cleaning, a New Orleans institution since 1940. 80 plus years of doing you right. Go to their website, youngsdrycleaning.com. Find out about their manless locker locations. Dozens and dozens and dozens of those, probably like in the bottom of the building you work in, close to where you live. You dump off your dirty stuff in a little silky Young's bag that you stick in that manless locker location, safe and secure. 2 short days later, only you have the code. You open that locker and your stuff's perfectly dry cleaned. To find out more about the best, youngsdrycleaning.com. To find out about their manless locker locations, one probably right near where you live or work, youngsdrycleaning.com. Hey, if you want to email us, Corey at CoreyTalks.com. Corey at CoreyTalks.com. Corey spelled Kaare. Thanks for finding us on the radio. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. 93.9 FM. CoreyTalks.com. Live streaming. CoreyTalks.com. We're on YouTube. A recent deal. Glad to be there. You can check out the program live on YouTube. After the fact, check out the program, our YouTube channel. And please click to subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Copy and paste. Send him an email, a text. Check out Corey on YouTube, dude. The SEC said today it directed Georgia and Tennessee to postpone scheduled games with Oklahoma because the Sooners are headed to the SEC in 2024. So I guess there's some scheduling conflicts. I think Georgia was at Oklahoma in 2023. Tennessee was hosting Oklahoma in 2024. I guess the SEC wants to have some flexibility, especially in the beginning. LSU has a schedule with Oklahoma, home and home, I think in 2027 and 2028. I guess that's, 3-4 years in to this Oklahoma, Texas joining the Southeastern Conference. And they can work around that, I guess, or maybe they're going to direct LSU to postpone that schedule. Who knows? But yeah, Oklahoma going to be part of the Southeastern Conference along with Texas. And of course, the Big Ten scooping up USC and UCLA. They're going nationwide. Corey Johnson with you on a wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Thanks so much for joining us. Boy, a funny story. Just the radio business, and you have a good producer, Jason, a.k.a. the Raging Cajun, the Man in Black, the Sun Magnet. You have a proactive producer, it's like half the deal in talk radio, talk television. I had a guy, I was working in another station, great guy, a musician, jazz musician, Jason, smart kid from New York. And he came down to New Orleans and I think went to Tulane and was, loved music. So he fell in love with New Orleans, still loves New Orleans. Radio guy now in Manhattan, been doing that for 15 years, probably or longer. Married now, the whole 9 yards. It's very proactive, very smart. He was producing my show. And he was doing a lot more for this station as well. Traffic is when you're putting in, the played client advertising in the right spots so they air at the right time, all that kind of stuff. It also includes promos and things like that, promoting other shows, putting those in the right time. The great thing about Jason, he was so proactive. Like, I'd do my show, there'd be a funny bit or caller or a serious guest or caller, whatever. We're like, that's good promo material, whatever it would be. Funny, serious, highlighted the quality of guests. The guest said something great, whatever. Be a great promo for the show. So anyway, I'm doing my show and some Woman calls out in Metairie. And I forgot, just said some ridiculous stuff. And I thought I was being nice, whatever. And then finally just sort of, it was so insane. It was so, in my face. And you need to do this, you need to do that. I was like, tune in somewhere else, whatever. Just kind of put her in her place. And I guess it was funny and kind of comical or whatever. And the lady was kind of asking for it. Well, and no one thought, God, Corey, you're picking on or anything. It was just funny. It was lighthearted. Jason right away is like, dude, that's going to be a great promo. I'm like, I hear you. I thought that was funny too. So anyway, he cuts this promo, hyping my show. It runs throughout the day on this station. It's funny. We like the promo. People are talking about it in sales. All of a sudden, one day I walk into the studio right after, Buddy D walks out and Jason's in there. He's just got some look on his face. I'm just like, what's up, dude? What's wrong? It's like, you're not going to believe this. He's just kind of smiling and smirking and kind of shaking his head, sort of disbelief. It's like, that promo? I'm like, yeah, I love the promo with the woman in Metairie, and just kind of put her in her place or whatever, and she keeps asking for it. And, we run that promo. Corey Johnson, right after Buddy D, 7:00, whatever. Yeah, I like it. Because you're not going to believe it. I'm like, what? He goes, we'll just call the guy. How about we'll call him DeB. And I don't mean like defensive back when I say DeB. The other thing, DB. Anyway, so DeB is basically a salesperson at the station I'm working at. He's in sales. The station's products put out there. I'm on the air doing my show. He doesn't like my show, doesn't like what I'm saying or whatever, has some personal problem with my show. Again, this is a salesperson, not a producer, not an on-air talent, just someone that sells the product that's presented to them. Don't like my show? Don't go sell it. I don't know what to tell you. Talk to management. They like my show. I'm on the air. I'm getting paid to do my show. So this guy literally got his wife to call in and sabotage my show. Thought she was going to put me in his place. I mean, how long was this guy complaining to his wife about me? How long, did he finally come up with the idea, let me convince the wife to call, and she went along with it? I mean, the nights they sat up in bed and she wants to hug her husband, he's just sitting there complaining about me and how I'm wrecking the radio station or something. Just a control freak, a lunatic. So anyway, literally, talk about karma, yin yang, justice, whatever you want to call it. This guy literally sets up a call with his wife to bust my chops, to dog my show. We have no idea. I kind of put her in her place. We pull it as a promo. And this poor bastard for a couple of weeks has to listen to the station he's selling with his wife in the car, listening to my promo with his wife trying to dog me and sabotage my show. It was unbelievable. It really was. I was like, oh, there's a team player for you. Got his wife to call my show to try to sabotage my show. I'll never forget, like at the office Christmas party, I saw DB and went up to him like, hey, DB, and is this your wife? And kind of like stuck up my hand. She like just very lame handshake and kind of just looked me off. And right away I was like, boy, how much disparaging things do you say to her about me? That it's just so obvious. And I just thought about something someone told me. I mean, luckily I was like 14 or something. Hey man, when you hate someone, usually the only person that's affected is you. The person that you hate, the thing you hate, they're either unaware of it or they don't care in the least bit. Could you imagine? Hey man, Freddie hates you. Okay, great. I don't know what I did to Freddie, So usually only the person that's doing the hating is affected. No, it was nice to learn that years ago and not have hate in my heart. Good thing. Baggage.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarm. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
The Port of New Orleans Napoleon Terminal is nearly doubling in size, with 4 new gantry cranes being installed and over $100 million being invested. That means lots of new jobs, port traffic, and tax dollars for the city. The Port of New Orleans, your port.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
Come on down to New Orleans' own Bourbon Street, the toilet of the Crescent City. Literally. Need to urinate? Pee right on one of the historic buildings. Need to vomit? It's okay. Throw up right in the street. Bourbon Street. Prostitution, drugs, strip joints, daiquiri shops, and trinket stores. The toilet of the Crescent City. Come on down. It's Bourbon Street.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
At Helm Paint, we go the extra mile with free delivery anywhere in the metro area. In the middle of a job and short on paint? Call us and we'll come to you.
Short on time? Call in your order and pick it up in the drive-thru at our Earhart Boulevard location.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Hey, every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. Honest air conditioning experts that come immediately. Those 3 things are it with an air conditioning outfit. River City's Total Maintenance, they've been in South Louisiana for 40 plus years, since 1980. Sterling reputation. The best. I said honest air conditioning experts that come immediately. Those 3 things are of the utmost importance. Am I missing anything? I want honest air conditioning folks. I don't want to learn about air conditioning. I want folks that are incapable of screwing me around, that are only going to do the service, repair, or replacement that is absolutely necessary. You get that with Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys, hence the name Fair and Honest Lucas. With River City's Total Maintenance, they are fair and honest. They only do the work that they have to do. They're air conditioning experts. They're not trying to diagnose the problem, replacing parts until they figure it out. They diagnose it quickly, correctly, replace the part or parts, and move on. It's done. Honest air conditioning experts that come immediately. Your AC's not working. It's summertime in New Orleans. They know you're stressed out and inconvenienced. They know you want it fixed yesterday. You didn't want it to break in the first place. Honest air conditioning experts that come immediately. 841-3300, 841-3300, or find them online at NOLAAC.com, NOLAAC.com. Every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. Corey Johnson with you on a Wednesday. It's been the River City's Total Maintenance Studios for years. For years. You don't notice me changing the studio name like some other radio stations all the time, huh? Oh, wow, that's another sponsor for the studio. It's River City's Total Maintenance. Buddy Diliberto, River City's Total Maintenance Studios. It's like the Rouse's Markets phone lines. It's been a few years. Rouse's Markets phone lines. No, committed to the program. Like you, spread the word. Tell your friends we're on the radio. We're on television. We're on YouTube now. Spread the word. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost a thing. Hey, tomorrow, Ronald Surpass is going to join us on the program. What a good guest, huh? Perfect timing, too. Now, I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm just like, what a good guest. Yesterday, I had Rafael Goyeneche on, and these are good guests no matter what. But the timing yesterday with Rafael, right after the NOPD announced the redeployment of more than 200 officers from desk work, detective bureaus, and specialized units to the street patrol, Rafael breaking it down like it's nobody's business. The benefit package from last week, that announcement from the mayor and the city, that potential package, Rafael breaking it down. Fausto Picardo, the 10-day analysis, breaking it all down. Ronald Surpass, former police chief, city of New Orleans, former Nashville police chief, former state police commander for Washington State. Guy's got a long resume. Now a professor, Dr. Surpass at Loyola, teaching criminology. Ronald Surpass will join us on the program tomorrow in the 4 o'clock hour, and he'll give us his take, his opinion on all of the, the redeployment idea, the 10-day analysis from Fausto Picardo, from Thomas Conforti, from John Linder, these consultants, the number 2 with the NYPD and others that the city has brought in, that the mayor brought in, that Sean Ferguson brought in. I had the chief on last week. Chief, did you make the call for Picardo? Was it the mayor? He said, man, it was kind of a joint effort. Me, the mayor, the business community. So we'll get Ronald Surpass's take on all of this, what he thinks of the NOPD, what went wrong, how we got to where we are now, how do you fix it, what do you think of these consultants, what do you think of Ferguson? Ronald Surpass tomorrow on the program. No, I talk about real reporters, real reports, not folks that are out to get somebody, some whacked agenda, not folks that are out to befriend everybody and throw parties and, befriend folks they're supposed to cover. I just want real journalism, the facts, tell it like it is, do your job. Real reporters, real reports. I like great guests too. And Ronald Surpass is a no BS, straight shooter who has opinions on law enforcement and knows a little bit about the NOPD, especially since he was the NOPD chief a while back. Ronald Surpass will join us on the program live tomorrow. No, fired up about that. I'm like you. I want to learn all about all this. I want to know what about Fausto Picardo. I want to know what their analysis says. Is it right? Is it good? What are the positive? What are the negatives? The redeployment of 200 plus cops, the benefit package, the problems, how to fix it. No, fired up about Ronald Surpass tomorrow. You should be fired up. You could go get lamb chops or shish kebab with a few Middle Eastern sides. Lebanon's Cafe. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, where Carrollton is one lane in between Claiborne's and the Riverbend. Under the oak trees, under the big green awning, right on the streetcar line. This pleasant weather, outdoor dining tonight. Are you kidding me? Outdoor dining tonight at Lebanon's Cafe. They got the old school wrought iron tables and chairs. They'll take care of you. Yeah, outdoor dining at Lebanon's. In the Carrollton section, Riverbend section of Uptown. Convenient to you Uptown folks. Convenient to you Mid-City New Orleanians. Convenient for you folks down Claiborne's heading towards the Dome. Easy to access Lebanon's from Claiborne Avenue, from Napoleon, Louisiana, Jackson, Felicity, wherever you might be coming. You folks out in Old Jefferson, Old Metairie, if you can make it to Causeway and River Road, the intersection of Causeway and River Road, you're less than 5 minutes, literally less than 5 minutes to Lebanon's and lamb chops and shish kebab. Open till 9:30. So good. Authentic. Lebanon's Cafe. What's that, Blue Boy? You'd like some lamb from Lebanon's. I bet you would. You're also loving this weather and you're ready to go on another power walk because the weather is so great with this 37% low humidity. You're right, Blue Boy. Coming home, buddy. 93.9 FM New Orleans. Mañana.